Hey guys, it's Robbie Fritz from the JJWeeksBand. Touring, recording drummer, session player, clinician, teacher, all of the above. We're here in beautiful Villa Rica, Georgia today at my boy Brandon Swafford's studio, the delivery room, aka Swaff. Awesome place here. We're doing some sessions today, and so we just wanted to take a quick second. Just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of my kit. I get a lot of questions about what kit I use, what cymbals I use, tuning, different things like that, who I'm endorsed with, who I'm not endorsed with. So just kind of wanted to give you an overview of everything. This is kind of my road kit, I guess you would say. This is what I normally use on the road with maybe an extra cymbal here, but we're in the studio today at Swaff's today doing some online tracking for some people out of Nashville and LA today. So I've kind of got it broke down what I would normally do in the studio with an added tom, the 18 Canon here, just to kind of show you guys what it is that I go with. I guess first we'll go with my drums. I am endorsed by Taye Drums. Hooked up with these guys a couple months ago through a really good friend of mine. And so he let me play his kit, and I heard him and I just fell in love with him. So I've been kind of going between some different kits, and I was like, man, I really love these guys' stuff, man, and they're good guys. So hooked up with them and got my first Taye kit. I've had it on the road since I think January, February maybe. And so I've got it in the studio today. This won't be my studio kit all the time, but I just wanted to give you guys an overlook of it. I've got a 24 by 18 kick. 12 rack, 16-18 floor tom, 100% maple, and it's a great kit. I just love the response that I get out of the toms. They're real beefy floor toms, and the rack tom you can tune it if you want it low or if you want good attack. The kick is it's massive as well. So very pleased with this kit. Love it. Todd Trent and all the fine people at Taye Drums. They hooked me up. Snares, I've got the matching snare back here, and then I've got the 14 by 6.5 black brush nickel snare that I'm using. I'm tracking today. This is my A-list snare here. I love this snare, and I've got a couple more on the way, and so I'm just very excited to be with Taye Drums today, and to have them, as my #1 arsenal to use on the road and in the studio. Heads, I'm using Evans heads. Proud to work with Evans, ProMark, Pure Sound snares. Love all the family at Diodario, Steve Lobmeyer, Jennifer Took, Chris at Tour Supply. Great guys. They always hook me up with great stuff. Love them guys, and Evans heads is the way to go for me. Normally I will use clear EC2s on the road. That's what I like on this particular kit for the toms. In the studio today, I've actually got the EC2 coated, which is kind of the hazy. And then I'm using the ST Dry on my snare, hazy 300 on the bottom, 30 strand Pure Sound brass, and then EQ3 on my kick batter head. And then some of my other kits that I have and stuff, I use different combinations. And feel free to hit me up on any of those links, and we can talk about it and maybe share some likes and dislikes maybe on certain stuff that you have or different things like that. But love Evans, Diodario, all those guys. Taye Drums, love them. Cymbals, I'm using Scymtek Cymbals. My boy Brian Spawn from Spawn Drum Company has started a cymbal company, and he hit me up and was like, man, let's work together on some stuff. And so I signed on with them. Absolutely love them. Here today in the studio I've got, and again, this is kind of my live setup. It's not necessarily what I always use as far as setup in the studio, but I've got 15-inch classic hats, 19-inch classic crash, 22-inch classic ride, and a 20-inch extreme power crash. It's just a big cymbal. I love the sound of these, love the response from them. I've got some other cymbals that I use live as well, and a couple other things I use in the studio. But for today's session, this is what I've got set up. And but check them out, Scymtek.com. Brian Spawn, he'll hook you up. Love his stuff. Just a great guy. I love working with the owners of these companies. In the same way goes for my drum head. If you look at the drum head that I've got here, and you'll see a lot of pictures on my social media, Woodshed Stage Art. Woodshed Dominic over there, my dude, hooked me up with a great looking head. He does 90% of the communication, if not more, from that company, and he's the owner. Went out of his way so much that I was on the road one weekend. We approved the art. He sent me the head to the venue, got the head the morning of, before the concert, got it put on there. Looks great, sounds great. I mean, they're just great guys to work with, so definitely look them guys up. Woodshed Stage Art. And some other guys that you probably can't see some of this stuff. Danmar Percussion, Sim Pads, Cymbal Protectors, Quick Sticks, Gator cases, love their cases. Got a couple of their different 6-space, their flight cases and the racks and stuff that I use. And then also just some other little accessory stuff that I use too. But definitely all that stuff will be on my website, and it'll all have links to everybody that I endorse. And so please go check that out soon. Connect with me again on social media, and let's stay connected and keep in touch. And thank you guys again for stopping by.